Hello, hello. Let us get started. Hello, everyone. Happy Thursday. So excited to be here with you. Just making sure that we are all set up here. I'm all set up. Oh, no. Okay. All right. So we are live. We are here on day 4 of the Mindful Living series. I am trying to get situated because I just finished recording another episode of our podcast. So I am so excited to be sharing that with all of you. We are launching it. It is Sit Crooked, Talk Straight podcast for real women, by real women, talking about real shit. So being able to give that to you, that actually launches on on April 18th. So I'm so excited. We just finished, I don't even know how many episodes it's been, but so you can maybe see my mic is here. We're going to get back on after I'm done here. And we're just going to keep on rolling. So today we are talking about mindfulness. Hello. Hey, Pallavi. So good to see you. So we've been here since Monday talking about mindfulness. This is the Mindful Living series, and we've really been diving into the basics of mindfulness, what it is, what it isn't, what is mindfulness versus meditation, the different key elements of mindfulness, and the goals of mindfulness, why it's important for us to be mindful, and especially when we are up-leveling, when we are looking at expanding in our life, how to stay mindful and the benefits of mindfulness as we expand to that bigger, that highest vision of ourselves, the highest version of ourselves. So again, some people are just hopping in. So if you need the workbook, we have a full workbook of the Mindful Living series. So make sure that you request that, put it in the comments if you need it, and we will be sure to get that to you. So today we are talking about, yesterday we talked about the key elements of mindfulness, which really I wanted to dive into the first element, which is the awareness and the attention. So today we're talking about awareness and attention. Tomorrow we'll be talking about intuition, and then the following day we will talk about curiosity. So we are here, what's today? Today's Thursday. We have, oh my goodness, are we going to be able intention and curiosity? Yes. Okay. I'm like, does that bring us through to Saturday? So we'll be here until Saturday, 10 a.m. Eastern time. So tomorrow and Saturday, we will be here to talk about the other key elements. We also have a free training. So on Fridays, we have a free training almost every single Friday, aside from when we have the 5-day workshop, which is starting on Monday. So we have on Monday, April 4th, we have the 5 days to align with your next level life purpose workshop. And that starts in this group, in the group for the next level life purpose for female trailblazers. We will be here every single day next week at 1 p.m. So you definitely want to mark your calendars. This is something that we are going to take some deep dives into. There's homework that comes along with it, trainings every single day. So we are taking this deep dive into gaining clarity into what your next level life purpose is, to be able to release any fears regarding taking those courageous steps into your next level life purpose, into your highest life purpose, and to be able to release any kind of limiting beliefs, any internal obstacles that are preventing you from moving forward, like fear, like, what do I want to say? Confidence, right? The confidence that we need to move forward, the removing the fears of when we do move forward into the unknown, and how to really help connect with yourself and to take those courageous actions in a very supportive group with releasing some of the fears. So all of that we're going to be diving into next week. So we are looking at living your most expansive, extraordinary, living your life out loud life. So be sure to, if you haven't registered, be sure to register for that. Again, it starts on Monday at 1 p.m. So there's still time. Hey, Kelly, welcome. And so today, again, like I said, today we are talking about awareness and attention. And Friday, I think that's what I was talking about. Friday, sorry, I went into a whole different loop, but this Friday at 11 o'clock. So we'll be live at 10 o'clock and we'll be live at 11 o'clock. And 11 o'clock, we are going to be talking about the 5 ways to invest in yourself and the benefits of investing in yourself. We talk about, how we have limiting beliefs around investing in ourselves and just like what that does to us. And then, of course, I always love to give you guys solutions to take home, to be able to utilize in your life so that you can release those. Yes, this is Eastern Standard Time, Pallavi. So all of these times are Eastern Time. So I know that's a lot of information. There's a lot coming up and it's all free to you for being in the Next Level Life Purpose for Female Trailblazer group. So excited. So let us dive into, and you will see those on the events too. Everything that I just mentioned should be an event. So if you go into like that top tab where it says all the different things, right? Like guides and stuff like that, there's a thing that says like other, and you can drop down into events and you can find the events there. So everything is there for you. We try to make it as easy peasy as possible for you to get all of the information that we hand out because there's a lot. So another thing, so again, I mentioned this workbook. Another thing is that we have a workbook for the 5-day workshop. So it looks sort of similar, different picture, different headline. But so if you need that workbook, reach out to Kay. She will be sure to give it to you. And she has been direct messaging everybody. So if you are not friends with her, be sure to friend her or to accept her friend request, because I'm sure she asked everybody for a friend request so that she's your success advisor through the 5-day workshop. And seriously, she's your success advisor in this group, in the Next Level Life Purpose for Female Trailblazer group. So if you need any of that information, just reach out to Kay and let her know, and she can send it over to you. So let's talk about awareness and attention, which is a key element in, mindfulness. So we've talked about has anybody, I want to see, just put a yes in the comments if you can relate to this. Has anybody ever driven from one space to the next and from like one place to the next, like from work to home or something like that, or to the grocery store or something, like a path that you typically take, and you're driving and you pull into wherever your destination was and you're like, how the hell did I get here? Because your mind was in like so many different places. Put a yes in the comments if you can relate to that. I know that I've done that because I used to have a really long commute. I'm talking like a 2.5 hour commute one way. So I would get wrapped up in my thoughts. I would get wrapped up in, podcasts. I would get wrapped up in all of these different things. And by the time I knew it, I was, pulling into my driveway and I was like, holy crap, like, thank goodness nobody got hurt, first of all. Yeah, well, this is not what we want to be doing. So that is just one example of how we are on autopilot, how we stay on autopilot for the majority of our day. And what we want to do with mindfulness is actually decrease the amount of time that we're on autopilot so that we can be intentional with what we're doing, right? So when we look at the first part of that is to bring it to awareness. We've been practicing this throughout the past couple of days. At the end of each session, I have been giving you different guided imagery, guided meditations, guided mindfulness exercises to really help you start to create that path of awareness. So we've been practicing awareness for the past couple of days, and we're going to dive into it even more today. And I will end with another mindfulness exercise. So when we think about that autopilot, it's actually shifting. So it's shifting gears almost to being more aware of what's happening in the moment. And why do we want to do this? And here's the thing is like, why we want to do this is that, so like I was saying, we can be intentional with what we're doing and making sure that we're getting to our destination, right? Wherever that may be. And, hopefully past the destination, because within each destination, we can expand further. But one of the difficult things that I do want to talk about here is to be aware and mindful in difficult situations, because that is often when we want to tune out. That is often when we want to detach, when we really don't want to sit there and stay fully present, because it's really hard. There are really difficult emotions that happen when shit's hitting the fan, right? So what made me think about this was, I'm so grateful that I have this skill to be present during the difficult moments, or else I would miss a whole lot and I would numb out. And we have so many different ways that we numb out. I've talked about, like, not are you addicted, it's like, what are you addicted to? Are you addicted to scrolling? Are you addicted to shopping? Are you addicted, like, all of these different addictions, or like having a drink at the end of the day to just take off the edge, or that was a big thing in my family for coping, was food and alcohol, right? So those are the two big things that I know I used to turn to, and if I'm not careful, I still can turn to, right? Scrolling, yes, scrolling is a mindless activity. Binge watching Netflix, mindless activities, right? So, but what that does is takes us away. Now, I'm not saying that there isn't a space and a time, maybe for a little bit, to just enjoy, a moment of scrolling to see what people are up to, or connecting in some certain way. But when we do it over and over and over to avoid feeling, that's what I'm talking about, those mood dependent behaviors. So mindfulness helps decrease those mood dependent behaviors. So up until, just recently, within the last 2 days, right, we have moved my grandmother, who helped raise me, into a nursing home. And it really, I didn't realize how much it was going to throw me for a loop. And I experienced some really intense emotions, some sadness, some real happiness, some gratitude that I've been here to be able to help move her in, but also the sadness, right? And her fear, and seeing the fear in her eyes, and knowing that she's afraid, and knowing that she can't drive, and knowing all of these things. She is still pretty alert, even though she needs some added assistance. So when I think about mindfulness and being aware in that moment, is that I was aware. So I'm walking through, I'll just paint you a picture. I'm walking through the nursing home with her, and we're being brought to her room, and I'm just like looking around at, it's not a glamorous place, so I'm looking around at the blank walls and the blank stairs, but then there's also wonderful people that are, hi, welcome, all these little ladies sitting at the table chatting together and stuff like that. And I was overcome with sadness, and to allow myself to be aware of that I had that sadness, and that tears were welling up in my eyes, and I had the sadness for my grandmother, and this gratitude that I was there. Those were all part of being mindful. And that was a gift. That was a gift to myself, to be able to just be present and be aware of all of the emotions that were going on, all of the sensations in my body, all of the thoughts that I was having, and to be present with my grandmother so that I could connect with her. When we are aware and present, that is when we are fully connected to each other. And that is a gift to ourselves. That is a gift to the people that we're with. So being aware is this deep sense of awareness, regardless of what situation you're in, right? To be aware when we are happy, because sometimes that's uncomfortable for people, because maybe when you've been happy before, bad things have happened. So to be aware is on so many different levels. And we've talked about this from the beginning of one of the goals of mindfulness is to be aware of both external and internal, right? So externally, what is happening around me? What is happening in my environment? How is my environment impacting me? And then how am I impacting my environment, right? Do you see that whole like full circle where we're looking at? So being able to bring your attention, your awareness to your thoughts, to your body, to your emotions is going to be key in creating a life where you're choosing. You are empowered to choose how you deal with situations, how you want to respond in situations, and how you want to create your life to be. Because yes, we are the creators of our own reality. So what I want to do is just to be able to practice a little bit of awareness. And so far we have practiced awareness with our thoughts. We have practiced awareness with our sense of sound. And I'm trying to remember what we did yesterday. I think that might have been the sense of sound. Anyways, I did want to practice with being in tune with your body and just any kind of bodily sensations that might be happening for you right here, right now. And because our body does let us know everything that, it tells us what's happening. So just being aware of that. So we're actually going to be aware of our body. We're going to be aware of our thoughts. Okay. And we're going to be aware of our emotions. So what I want you to do is actually imagine yourself putting these into different bins. Yes, we are going to categorize them because this helps us to describe them. When we become aware, we are observers. We're observers of our thoughts, our emotions, and being able to bring them into a space of wise mind, of just being centered in, I'm aware of them, and it doesn't mean I have to act on anything. I'm just being aware of them. So just allow yourself to settle in and taking a couple deep breaths in. We're going to go into this guided mindfulness exercise. So just taking a few deep breaths in. Oh, yesterday we talked about our breath and anchoring in with our breath. So this will be a good next step. So just taking a few deep breaths in. And just feeling your feet on the ground, on the floor below you, or whatever you're sitting on, just feeling the support. It's almost as if the ground or the chair or whatever you're sitting on or standing on is reaching up to meet you, gently supporting you. It's been there. We don't have to ask it to rise up. It just is. And now just being able to turn your attention to your body and taking a quick scan of your body from the top of your head to the tips of your toes. And what we're scanning for is any kind of sensations that might be happening. You might notice the feeling behind your eyes, noticing how your jaw feels, if it's clenched or loose. Going down to your shoulders, noticing if there's any tension or tightness in your shoulders. Even taking note of your breath. Are you holding your breath? Are you restricting it? Are you letting it flow? Down your stomach, your torso. Just scanning for any tightness, tension, any kind of sensations that might be happening. And all the way down to your pelvic area, through your legs, all the way down to the tips of your toes. And again, we're just being curious, observing any sensations. We're not judging them as good or bad. They just are. And now turning your attention to any thoughts that you might be having. And just observing them, not holding on to any, not clinging to any. It's almost like a Teflon pan, right? It's, those Teflon pans that everything just slides right off of. That's how we want our mind to be, our thoughts to be within our mind, just floating by like clouds in the sky. Observing them without holding on to them. And now noticing back into your body any emotions that might be coming up for you. Our body tells us, it gives us that signal that something's happening, and it elicits a response, an emotional response. So just being curious without judgment about any emotions that might be coming up for you right now. And it's almost as if you are putting, the emotions in one bin and your thoughts in another bin and your sensations in another bin. If you're thinking about boxes or bins, just being able to recognize what these are. And again, without judgment, just being with these thoughts or the emotions or the sensations, being aware of them. And then slowly bringing your attention back to the rise and fall of your chest. Slowly moving your hands, maybe moving your toes, bringing it back to the room, slowly opening your eyes. And again, all of these exercises are simply just practices to continuously bring your awareness, your attention back to the present moment so that we know what's happening to us, with us at any time of the day. And we can make that conscious decision of how we want to deal with it, what we want, what we choose to believe in, what we choose to engage in. This is moving into empowerment. And when we want to expand in our lives, it needs to be from a place of empowerment and intention. So we will be talking about intention tomorrow and the difference between attention and intention. So my hope for you is that you stay aware throughout the day, maybe even set a timer to check in with yourself throughout the day, to just bring that practice back to awareness. So one word that you're leaving with. How do you feel? What's something that you're taking away from today? Just put it in the comments. But yes, definitely, that is your action item for today, is to just continuously check in with yourself. We'll be doing a form of this in a different way come Monday. So for the 5 days to align with your next level life purpose. So continue to check in with yourself. I'm so glad, Kirsten, that you feel amazing, fantastic. All right, ladies, I will see you again tomorrow, 10 a.m. And don't forget, tomorrow's Friday, right? We have a double header, basically. We have this mindful living series at 10 a.m. and we will be talking about intention. And then at 11 a.m. Eastern time, we will be talking about the 5 ways to invest in yourself, what blocks us from investing in ourselves, what belief systems block us, and how to overcome them, and the benefits of investment. So thank you, Pallavi. It is always an honor to be here with all of you, sending so much light and love your way on this amazing Thursday. Mwah.